Welcome, KSL Gang. Welcome, KSL Gang. Today we're going to be reviewing Glazed Pumpkin Body Care from Bath & Body Works. And I also have 16 layering combinations. I don't have to say it, y'all know I love talking about fragrances like this. Anything sweet, yummy, gourmand. So far, there's been quite a bit of pumpkin fragrances that Bath & Body Works has released. And I went through my collection, try to pull all the ones that I have out so we can compare them. But okay, let's jump in. The notes are vanilla glaze, caramel woods, and pumpkin cream. On the opening, I get this rich vanilla. It's perfectly blended in with the pumpkin cream. It's like a thick glaze that you're preparing for a cake or a glaze for donuts. And there's not any bready notes listed. I get some type of sweet bready scent, as in a donut or a cake. The caramel woods, it's beautiful in here. It gives it a nice depth, keeping it from being a straightforward, overly sweet scent. But it's still rich and buttery. Just a perfect blend. And I also get a toasty feeling on a dry down. And y'all know, like always, I look at fragrance notes, especially a gourmand fragrance notes, as ingredients. When you look at glazed pumpkin with the vanilla glaze and the pumpkin cream, there's notes inside of those notes. What I mean is, when you think of vanilla glaze, of course you think of it as a whole, but what's in a vanilla glaze? You have vanilla, powdered sugar, some type of cream, milk, or heavy whipping cream to create that glaze scent. That's why sometimes you'll pick up other things in the fragrance, because in those lists of notes, there's other smells within those fragrance notes, if you get what I'm saying. And then the pumpkin cream, it's got that milky richness in there, plus those spices you'll put in pumpkin cream, like cinnamon, cloves, pumpkin spice, to bring out that true to life pumpkin cream scent. And to me, this isn't a light fragrance at all. It has a nice punch to it, especially on the opening. I'll say it's a solid medium to strong scent, and it lasted around 3.5 hours, and it projected really nicely in the first hour and a half, especially if you're a heavy sprayer. This is a body spray, so don't be afraid to just go in unless you're just really sensitive to scents and can't do all that. That's one thing I'm going to do with a fragrance mist, is spray myself down in it. Now for the body lotion and body cream, they're not as strong as the fragrance mist. I say they're more light to medium strength. Now also the cream and the lotion, it actually reminded me of Bath & Body Works Cinnamon Donut Swirl lotion. Even though Cinnamon Donut Swirl has that dough note and it's a bit stronger, but they're very similar to me. It makes me think if Glazed Pumpkin could have been the fragrance mist to Cinnamon Donut Swirl, I feel like it would have smelled something like that. So like I said, I pulled out most of the pumpkin fragrances that I have from Bath & Body Works and Victoria's Secret. So we have marshmallow pumpkin latte, white pumpkin and chai, sweet cinnamon pumpkin, pumpkin pecan waffles, pumpkin cupcake, pumpkin swirl cake. Then from Victoria's Secret, pink swarm vanilla. It has that pumpkin cream note. And then we have basic pumpkin. Now with all of these, I did a side by side, not together because it can get confusing, but on each arm I had glazed pumpkin and I had one of the other fragrances. I kept going back and forth to see out of all of these which one smells the closest or similar to glazed pumpkin. Now some of these might smell more similar to you than what I'm going to say. Now marshmallow pumpkin latte, you know, it has that little bit of espresso note, so that was not it. Then we have white pumpkin and chai. Even though it has a little bit of a creaminess, it also smelled perfumey, which I always love that one for. Then we have sweet cinnamon pumpkin. With that one, I always picked up a floral note. And plus, out of all of these, sweet cinnamon pumpkin is the most different pumpkin fragrance. It has a very signature smell to it. And pumpkin pecan waffles, the maple syrup scent is so strong and the waffle note is very noticeable, so it was really no similarities. And then pumpkin cupcake was kind of close, but it just wasn't it. You know, it has that cake batter smell to it, which I said glazed pumpkin had a cake or a donut smell to it, but it's a dessert that's already fully cooked. In pumpkin cupcake, you can smell the batter like before it gets baked, so it was really no similarities piece there, but it could have been close. And pumpkin swirl cake, when I first got that one, it was just super light, but now that I had it for a while, I can really get the scent. That one, it could have been a close one too, but it has that toffee note in there that's really noticeable, and I don't get any toasty note in there, so that wasn't really it. Now basic pumpkin, to me that's more of a fresh pumpkin. It's sweet, but it's very fresh with the pumpkin scent, and that leaves Victoria's Secret Pink's Warm Vanilla. And to me, out of all of these, that one is the closest one to glazed pumpkin. Now that one has the cinnamon, the pumpkin cream, and the marshmallow fluff. The reason why I picked that one, the pumpkin cream note is so noticeable and rich in glazed pumpkin. It reminded me of that one so much. The pumpkin cream notes are very similar, and I pick up a spice note. I wouldn't say it's identical, but they're so creamy, little spice and rich, so that one is the closest one to me. But overall, these are all nice pumpkin fragrances, so it's always nice to get a good pumpkin scent. And here is a nice variety of different styles of pumpkin. Overall, a glazed pumpkin is one of my favorites out of the group. It's probably one of my top favorite sweet gourmand pumpkin fragrances from Bath and Body Works right now, so I love it. And now we're gonna jump into the layering combinations, and y'all know me, I'm always gonna throw in a couple that are total opposites, but they work. These combos should definitely put you in a fall mood. And every time there's a sweet gourmand fragrance, I always seem to do a little bit more than just 10 combos. But okay, let's jump in. First up, we have Bath and Body Works Sugar Snickerdoodle. With these two together, I want you to image a warm, buttery snickerdoodle cookie dipped into a delicious, thick pumpkin glaze. You definitely will be smelling very edible. And next, we have Bath and Body Works Bonfire Bash. Now, this one's going to give you a more sophisticated, grown-up pumpkin scent. The creamy, smoky woods of Bonfire Bash, it adds a nice depth to glazed pumpkin. It just smells like a delicious pumpkin dessert mixed with the actual fire, the smokiness in the air, the warmth. And next, we have Bath and Body Works Coco Paradise. Now, this is your tropical pumpkin dessert. The creamy pumpkin glaze mixed with that sweet coconut and a touch of saltiness. It's like a pumpkin cake, but you're also at a beach during autumn, but it smells amazing together. And you know, Coco Paradise has a very perfumey smell to it. Love it. And next, we have Bath and Body Works Macaron Cloud. So I was curious to see how these were going to work, but you know me, I'm always going to try something a little different. And I was shocked on how good and delicious it smells. It's giving a pumpkin donut cake with a berry glaze sprinkled with powdered sugar. The smell is sweet, fruity, warm, and cozy. And next, we have Bath and Body Works Iced Lemon Pound Cake. So these two together, it's like a sweet, tangy pumpkin lemon pound cake and cuts out some of that richness in the glazed pumpkin. It's a refreshing, delicious pumpkin scent. Love it. And next, we have Bath and Body Works Milk. Now, you know this one smells like oats and creaminess. So with these two together, it's like a bowl of creamy pumpkin oatmeal. Y'all know those flavored oatmeals that come out during the fall time? That's what this one is giving, but smells even better. And next, we have Victoria's Secret Pink's Brown Sugar. This one definitely has some type of sweet pastry smell to it. It really doesn't give you the notes of this one, but I can definitely get a sweet pastry, sweet brown sugar smell. And like I said in a review with glazed pumpkin, I pick up a Britney note, so this pairing was perfect. It smells like a rich pumpkin pastry filled with some type of gooey brown sugar cream. So good. Next, we have Victoria's Secret Pink's Cinna Drizzle. This is definitely for the ultimate cinnamon lovers. Just picture a fluffy cinnamon bun slathered with a thick, warm pumpkin glaze and extra cinnamon sugar on top. Next, we have Victoria's Secret Very Vanilla. You know it has the crumb cake, cinnamon sugar, and vanilla drizzle. This is like your crumb cake with a hint of cinnamon, topped with some sweet pumpkin glaze. And next, we have Victoria's Secret Pineapple and Shay. The combination is unique, but it's delicious. It's like a pumpkin cake or donut drizzle with a sweet pineapple glaze. It's like a tropical twist. And next, we have Brazilian Crush Cheriosa 62. Now, there are so many different inspired fragrances out there with this one, so you can use any of those. And I'm gonna share one of my favorite inspired fragrances with this one right now, which is Cake Beauty. It's pistachio and salted caramel. It smells like 62, but this one's like a candied version of it. It's sweeter, it's candy like, and y'all, it lasts a bit longer. And this was only $10. It also has a body oil to it. Love it. You can get this one on Amazon, but I also leave it in my Amazon storefront under my favorite Cake Beauty products. Works. But y'all, this one definitely a must try, and for way less. This one is a creamy, nutty pumpkin dessert. It has a pistachio, almond, and salted caramel notes. When I tried these out, I went nuts for it. Must try. Next we have Britney Spears Hidden Fantasy. This one has the orange, tangerine, lemon, neroli. What made me want to pair it with this one? It had that clove note in there that I pick up. I'm hoping pairing these two together is going to bring it out more, and it definitely did. It created a spicy, fruity pumpkin. Next we have Gooey Buttercake, which you can pick up at TJ Maxx or Marshall's. Now, you love the overly sweet, this is the one. It's intensely rich, decadent pumpkin perfection. It's like a warm gooey butter cake with extra caramel and pistachios on top. Next we have Canvas Beauty Glazed Donut in the Body Blow. It has the whipped cream, cinnamon sugar, glazed donut, vanilla frosting, and a powdered sugar. This is the ultimate pumpkin glazed donut, so yes. And next we have Dirty Soul Soap Afternoon Delight. I also have a travel size from Replica, but Dirty Soul Soap version to me is a bit more richer, and the vanilla smells super delicious in this one. These two together is a fluffy pumpkin spice Madeline cookie served with some whipped cream, super sweet and comforting. And the last combination we have Dirty Soul Soap Goat's Milk. I believe this is the original scent. This one has fresh cream, vanilla, fresh milk, almond musk, and warm woods. This blend is a creamy, comforting pumpkin scent. It's like a homemade pumpkin custard or a warm pumpkin chai latte with extra milk and a touch of almond. Like, come on, you know it's good. Okay guys, that's going to complete my review, thoughts, layering combinations with Bath & Body Works Glazed Pumpkin. Let me know, how do you like this one? What have you been pairing it with? And if you try out some of my combinations, let me know, and I hope you enjoy them. So this is definitely one of my favorites when it comes to the pumpkin fragrances from Bath & Body Works. It's in the top 3 at least. But if you haven't already, subscribe and join the KSL gang. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey KSL gang, if you're into ASMR, make sure to check out my other channel, Keke's ASMR Stories and Reviews. Also, if you're looking for quick, easy recipes, check out my other channel in Keke's Kitchen. I'll see you over there.